Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, my name is Faisal Ahmed, and I'll be the speaker for today's leadership series. And can everybody hear my voice? Am I audible? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice loud and clear. Okay, fantastic. So I can see 119120 of you are here already, and some of you are so busy, right? Some of you are busy, some of you are at work, some of you are so free, right? Some of you look like so free. Okay, so I have three different groups of people in my session for today. Some of you working, some of you a bit free, some of you a bit tired, right? So I must say thank you all for joining on time. And the topic that we have taken for today's leadership training, it's all about injecting skills for our staff. Very important topic for our future leader. Okay, if you really want to become a leader in future, you got to understand some common responsibilities of a leader. The first responsibility of a leader must know how to train people. Sam, am I right? Jirant, am I right? You are a leader. If you do not know how to train me to become better in my life, you are a manager, not a leader. Leader must inspire people to think in a different way. Leader responsibility is to make people realize what are the things they need to learn, what are the things they need to improve, what are the things they need to avoid, what are the things they need to bring under consideration, what are the things they can really do to make it even more better, right? That is called true effective leadership. So for my today's 2 hours of training, I'll be sharing some strategy. I'll be sharing some skills with all of you from my last 15 years of professional life as a trainer, how I used to train the people to improve their skills and knowledge to the next level. So everybody, please make sure you pay attention. Your camera is on and you take note so that you can remember when you will become a real leader, how you can inject skills for your staff. Okay? Everybody understand the point for tonight? I mean, today's session. Now, everybody switch on your camera and let us mark your attendance so that after the session, our admin can prepare your certificate and send to you accordingly. And one more thing, we are having some difficulties when we provide the certificate for our students. Some of our students never use their full name in a proper way. So when we sent the certificate, some of them, complaining my certificate name is wrong, something like that. So please, to solve this problem, make sure when you join in the Zoom, you put your full name by using like appropriate spelling and all those things so that our admin need not to do any other extra things to provide the certificate. Okay, so give a smile on the screen, page number 1, page number 2, page number 3. Okay, fantastic. Page number 4, page number 5, page number 6, page number 7, page number, okay, 7, sorry, huh? No more. After 7, no more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have taken attendance for now. Now, everybody, before I start discussing the topic about injecting skills for the staff, let me tell you something that you will face some difficulties as a leader when you are trying to help your staff to learn some new skills. Crystal Jaika, The common people problem is what? When you will become a leader, it's really difficult to make other people understand that they are not good enough. You follow? So when you will become a leader and when you are trying to inject skills among your staff, some of your staff will deny. They will feel, I already good enough. I already have 5 years of experience in sales department. I'm one of the senior managers. So why I need to learn that kinds of skills? You see, every leaders, they are facing these difficulties when they are trying to inject skills among the staff. So what we need to do at the first place, as a leader, we have to prove to our staff that they are not good enough about that particular job. Understand? As a leader, we have to make ourselves clear that maybe you have 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience. It does not mean that you need not to improve any other skills. Understand, all of you, ladies and gentlemen? That's the challenge that leaders sometimes face when they are developing some strategy to inject the skills among their team members. So, host, please share the screen so that we can start our topic accordingly. Everybody, get ready. So, yeah, the topic, as all of you can see, injecting skills for our staffs. I never put the word developing skills. I put the word injecting. There are some differences between developing and injecting. Developing means like slow process. Developing means, something like uh, very like politically friendly approach. But injecting, the word is more intensive. The word injecting is more powerful. The word injecting is something like more and more emergency for ourselves to make it work. Next one, please. These are the things that we are going to learn from today's discussion. We will start from injecting skills for staff, and we will continue up to how we can overcome the challenges as leader when we are going to inject the skills, how we can overcome all the challenges. So let's go with the first topic, everybody. Yes, the first one, injecting skills for our staff. So when you will become a modern leader, let me open my chat box also. Otherwise, some of you may feel Mr. Faisal never allow us to talk. So how come Mr. Faisal becoming a trainer to improve leadership, right? So chat box is open for all of you. You guys can communicate with me during the discussion time in the chat box, but do not put any unnecessary messages in our chat box. Okay? Thank you so much for your understanding. Now look at this one. Modern leaders, they understand two things. Number one, staff importance. Number two, how an ordinary staff becomes an extraordinary staff. I repeat, when you will hold leadership position, what would be your main responsibilities? You have to work with other people. And if your people is like ordinary people, as a leader, you have to do something to convert them from an ordinary to become an extraordinary. And you have to make yourself clear that if people never move forward, they are moving backward. See? So if I'm a leader of 20 people, at the first place, I'll make myself clear among 20 of my staff. Hey, I'm your leader, it does not mean I'll be sitting in a comfort chair under the aircon and I'll be just doing the things that I want to do. I just don't want to do the things that I do not want to do. Then I'm not a leader. You follow? Leadership is not any position. Leadership, it's all about action. So in my action, I'll put myself clear for my staff that if you are not moving forward, you are moving backward. So injecting skills, actually it means that it's not just improving our staff ability to do our job at the first place. We have to prepare our staff about what's coming next. You see, it's not, for example, you are a leader for a sales department, and if you just keep training people, those who are working with you as your team members, how to become a good sales people, actually it is not injecting skills. You have to do something to make all the sales people to become better in their overall life. Okay, it's not about just providing some training. It's not about just providing or arranging some training session. It's more than providing just training. It has to be thoughtful, well organized, and our injecting skills activities must match our organizational goal and our staff individual growth. So that is called overall injecting skills for our staff. Host, next one, please. Let me introduce one new approach in modern leadership. It is called CPD. The full form of CPD, continuing professional development. Continuing professional development. So as a leader in our department for our team, we must need to keep it in our mind about CPD. We have to let our people to continuously professional development in the overall activities. Yeah, the slide we will share before we end our meeting, okay? We will send the link in the chat box. Please wait. Now, host, please stop sharing the screen. Continuing professional development. What does it mean and how it can be done by a leader? CPD, continuing professional development, right? Sam, Kiki-san, Tamil, continuing, not continuous. Don't be confused, huh? Continuing professional development. So continuing, it's related to consistency, right? Rami, continuity, or if you think about the word consistency, it is the best approach for implementing CPD, continuing professional development, right? Excellent. Now, as a leader, you have to be, actually as leader, we have to be very, very consistent about our job, about our stuff, about our activities. I'll give you a good example. For example, Maribel, give me a wave, Maribel. Okay. Irma, give me a wave, Irma. Arini, Arriane, give me a wave. Okay. Why all the female? Where is my male? Mina, 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 give me a wave. Okay, so four of you are working in food and beverage industry in a frontliner, like as a waiter and as a waitress. Okay, as a waiter and as waitress. So I am your leader. I'm taking care of 4 of you. So how I can implement CPD among 4 of you? So one beautiful day, I noticed our dear Maribel made a mistake about solving a simple customer complaint. You follow? Maribel, you made a mistake to give a solution to a small problem when you are serving your customer. So what I need to do as a leader, I need to take note on that. I cannot keep one of my eyes closed and made a decision. It's okay. It's a small problem. Let Maribel handle it from her side. No. A leader with CPD approach, leader always will be proactive to find out what is the problem that each and every staff is having during the working time. Irma, you follow? One beautiful day, I noticed Irma made a mistake to explain the difference between allergic food and non-allergic foods. You follow? I cannot keep my eyes closed and I cannot make my own decision. Let Irma learn by making mistake at the first place. Understand? So C, I mean the one that continuously professional development things, I need to always be a backup for my staff to learn the things until they become expert in that particular job. You follow? So CPD, it's a regular job, everyday activities for a leader. You know, there are some leaders, they really do not care about their staff. Am I right? There are some leaders, they really do not be like like open-minded to work with the staff to make them even more better. We cannot be like them. You follow? We have to be a leader who always will be in front of everything. You follow? Leader statements must be louder than the crowd. I repeat, as a leader, when you make a statement, your statement, when you take some decision, your decision, when you do something, you're doing something must be louder than the crowd. You follow? That is called the way that can help you to implement this CPD program as a leader for your staff. We have some strategy, simple strategy. Anu, help us to share the screen. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, so when we are going to implement CPD, you have to follow 4 steps. Continuing professional development. The first one, identify. We have to identify the level of the skills of our staff. We have to figure out what are the goals that all of our staff having in our team. What are the knowledge gaps? You know, everyone has some limitation. Everyone has some weaknesses. So as a leader, our duty is to figure out the weaknesses of our staff. Then second one, planning. We have to plan. It's not like so-called planning. I'm talking about strategic planning. How I will help each and every individual to fill up all the knowledge gaps. To do a proper planning, what I need to do? I need to follow strategic planning. I need to be good at bonding with my staff. I need to be good at teamwork. You see? Then act. The third step, we need to act together in order to make the professional development suitable for all of our staff. Remember, when we will be acting like when I'm going to help our I'm going to help my staff to become better. Some stuff can be emotional, right? Some stuff can give me a lot of problem. Some stuff can give me unnecessary headache. But I need to act sincere. I need to be very firm. Jirant, you follow two things. You have to act sincere with full of sincerity, and also you have to become firm. If you are not strict, strong enough, you cannot act to implement continuing professional development. Last stage, reflect. So when you share your skills, knowledge, abilities by becoming firm and sincere, then you have to keep an eye that how many of them really follow your instructions, how many of them really improve and really becoming better after your CPD program. Yeah, take note, not everybody will be able to apply everything at the first place. Some stuff will change, some stuff will not change. It depends on a leader ability, how he or she manages, or how he or she leads the team from the front. Everybody understand about CPD? Give me a thumbs up if you understand this part. So it's for you to figure out the 4 things, especially the identifying, planning, acting, and reflecting. Next one, please. Now, why injecting skills matters. I do have some statistics for all of you to have a look. So as a leader, when we can inject the relevant skills, not only for doing our job properly, but also the skills that belongs to sustainable development. Look at the productivity rate. 93% staff will become more and more and more productive under you. 98% will retain to work with your organization under your leadership. Crystal, you follow? Some people resign from the job because, yes, they are doing their job, they are getting the salary, but when they feel, if I work for this leader, next 5 years, next 10 years, I will not have any improvement in my life. Noor-Aini, you follow? They will resign. They will say, I don't want. How come I can work as a customer care staff for 5 years without getting any promotion? How come I'm working as a teacher for last 10 years, still my position is an assistant teacher? They will not stay. They will not work for any leader. They will resign. But when the leader always inject the important skills, skills for life, skills for becoming productive, skills for becoming stronger, skills for becoming like someone who can be adjusted with every situation, they will stay back to work for that particular leader. Right? When we inject skills, we will create more and more future leaders for our organizations. Remember, in 2026, skills are addressed as values. So when people have more skills, they will feel more value about themselves. And the most reality factor is 58% people, they need some new skills. So see the importance why injecting skills matter for each and every leader. Okay, so these are the statistics that we must need to keep in our mind as a leader to design the things in a positive, in a productive, in an effective way. Next one, please. Now, also, injecting skills is something every leader must take it very, very seriously. Why? So, sometimes HR department facing some difficulties to hire some good staff. You follow? Nowadays, even some talented staff, before they apply to work in a particular company, they will do some research from that particular company. You follow? And if they realize this company is not that progressive, this company is not having any opportunity for the staff, they will not go for that particular job. You follow? So how we can attract top talented people to work for our organization? When we inject the skills for the people. Think about those who are working for Google. All the junior engineers becomes senior engineer. So in the process of working every single day, they are learning a lot of things from the leaders. Think about Microsoft. Why people from all over the world, all the top talented people, they are willing to work for Microsoft? Is because of the salary only? Sam? No, it's because of the ecosystem. Please understand the word ecosystem that Microsoft developed in their business and managing people policy. Okay, retain your employees. Remember, as a leader, if you notice people under you keep resigning, it's a problem for the leaders, not problem for the staff. You follow? A real leader will not blame the staff, like my staff is not productive, my staff is slow, my staff is emotional. Real leader will make the noise louder than everyone. You follow? Instead of claiming or telling people this stuff is not suitable, leader will make that unsuitable stuff to become suitable for the company. Tamil, you follow? Understand? Improve the overall efficiency. So at workplace, efficiency for the staff is the key. If I'm working under you in customer care department, so every time I serve my customer is unhappy. Then how? I have lack of efficiency, right? Rami, I have lack of efficiency. And if you allow me to become like that without injecting skills, I will fail. You also will fail as a leader, right? So that's why it's really, really important for all the leaders, for all those departments to inject the skills to become better in their life. Next one, please. Now, let's make a list of the skills that we must help our staff to become better by injecting skills. So we do have some skills, list of the skills. The first one, technical skills. Technical skills, we also call it as hard skills. Soft skills, like we call it like emotional intelligence, negotiation, problem solving, conflict resolution, communication, interpersonal skills, so on and so forth. So actually, these are the most common two different types of skills that we need to share, that we need to develop for our team members. So hard skills example, you are a leader of IT, information technology department. So what you need to ensure that you provide information technology related, intensive, effective training for all of your IT staff. That is called hard skills development for the people, for the staff. Aneti, follow? If you are the leader of like accounting or finance department, so you as a leader, you must have to help those staff to know more about accounting and finance related operation. You know, hard skills development is more and more easier than the soft skills development. You follow? People can learn about IT. People can learn about accounting. People can learn about marketing strategy, marketing skills when they follow some rules at the first place. But as a leader, when you are going to inject soft skills, you will be facing some difficulties. Who can tell me the reason why? Anu, stop sharing the screen. Everybody try to understand my statement. It's easier to provide technical skills than the soft skills. What would be the reason? Anyone can come and share some opinions. Why? Give a try. You can raise your digital hand and I'll let you unmute and you can give your answer. Uh, Host cannot raise digital hand, right? Okay, the question is, as a leader, you will find hard skills development is far more easier than the soft skills development. What would be the reason? Okay, I do have answer in the chat box. Technical skills get hired, soft skills get you promoted and keep the organization running smoothly. Nor any, because technical skills you can teach by showing them how to do it, so it is easier. Okay. And I also have a digital hand. Sam, go on, please. Microphone is yours.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good.
Go on.
Okay, cool. So I guess the soft skills are harder to teach or to inject is because mainly people, workers, staff, employees, they have their own principles and beliefs already. So as soon as they enter a certain company or an organization, they have learned different type of skills, attended trainings, attended different schools. So basically, they are what do you call this? They are or they were brought up differently, behavioral and all those sort of things. So if you will be injecting something like a soft skill, which includes, let's say, communication style or communication skills or problem solving, they have their own way of solving problems. They have their own way of like communicating. So
Very good.
by that being said, it's going to be harder for someone, for a leader to inculcate or inject soft skills if people have different kinds of views and different kind of things. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, very good. Very good. Thank you so much. Now, nice point you have discovered. Thank you so much, Sam. Nice point. Okay, let me add some point why actually it's really difficult. What Sam said, absolutely right. Nothing wrong with that. Now, when you are going to inject, for example, when you are going to inject hard skills development, staff can follow some ways of doing this one, right? Example, you are training me how to use Microsoft Word or Microsoft, not Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel. So what I'll be doing, when you train me how to use Microsoft Excel, I can write down all the formula, right? Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, Formula 4, and I can practice by my own to learn it accordingly. But when you as a leader will approach to train people to develop their soft skills, some people will take it personally. Sam, you follow? If I come and tell Sam, you are very emotional girl, You know what you will be doing? The first thing, you will become more emotional after hearing this statement from your leader. You follow, guys, what I'm trying to mean? When I go and tell Maribel, your English communication is not that up to the mark. After hearing this statement, you will make your own judgment. Hey, I'm working in this department for last 3 years. How come my English communication is not that good? You follow? Technical skills, people can realize that they need to improve. But sometimes soft skills, it's really difficult for the people to realize that they need to improve it from their side. That's why I told you, as a leader, you will be having some difficulties when you are injecting the soft skills development part for your staff. So what is the solution? I have some slide, then I'll be sharing the things how you can solve these difficulties as a leader to inject more and more soft skills along with the hard skills. Anu, share the screen, please. Okay, fantastic. Now, also the next one, we do have another priority skills that we need to understand. Slide number 8, please. Okay, look at the skills like transferable skills, like like teamwork, time management, leadership development. So transferable skills, actually, it's not directly the soft skills. Am I right, Noor? Am I right, Tamil? Think about time management. It's not only the soft skills for a staff. It is like transferable skills. They need to involve a set of activities among them, and also the leadership skills. Now, the last one, it is called exclusive skills. What I mean by exclusive skills, think about some professional skills. Think about like negotiation skills. Think about exclusive skills. It can be like very positive, very energetic, very motivated, very dedicated staff in the team. You follow, guys? Next one, please. Transferable, then we talk about another set of priority for the skills, professionalism. You know, some people are being confused about the term called professionalism. Some people believe professionalism means nice dress up. You follow? Professional means nice dress up, friendly behavior, friendly behavior, always following the things that they need to do at the first place, all those kinds of things. Actually, professionalism, the word itself is huge impact in the overall performance of our people. You follow, guys? It's all about like your behavior, appropriate behavior, reliability, maintaining the strong level of motivation, sense of urgency, sense of accountability, sense of belongingness, sense of responsibilities, sense of discipline, sense of punctuality, sense of doing the things in a very, very proper way. You follow? Adaptability also, as a leader, when we are going to inject the skills, we also need to develop that particular skills for our people. Adaptability. It means we have to prepare our people to face the difficult time. Girant, you follow? That is called adaptability. We have to work with our staff for CM. CM means change management. We have to work with our staff to understand how to respond when something is not according to our plan. That is called adaptability, right? Example, Maritis, you are a leader of 20 staff. So your staff under you, when they are at office, they can be more and more productive. And recently, there is some changes at your workplace, and you have to implement working from home for your 20 staff. And when staff working from home, you realize they are not much, they are not as productive like when they work from the office. Understand, guys, my statement, what I'm trying to mean? So it's not the adaptability. Adaptability means you let them work from office, they are productive. You let them work from the home, they are productive. You let them working without that much monitoring, they are productive. That is called adaptability, right? Adaptability, it is like psychological components for someone who can be always promising, who can be always taking more responsibilities, who can be always taking more and more risk to do something bigger for the team. And next one, interpersonal skills. This is also something like a bit challenging for the leader to train about interpersonal skills. Actually, interpersonal skills, soft skills, it belongs to our cognitive skills. You know the meaning of cognitive, guys? Cognitive means natural ability to learn something. Cognitive things that we have some components already in our mind, in our brain that help us to act accordingly. You follow? That is called cognitive things. So, yeah, these are the priority of the skills that we must have to bring under consideration when we are preparing a list for injecting to our staff. Next one, please. Now, let's talk about the steps, how we can inject the skills development things for our team. The first one, identify the essential skills for our business. So I need to stop sharing my screen because this part, I have to share some practical things for all of you. Remember, we cannot waste our time when we are injecting skills for our staff. Okay. Am I right to say those who are here and those who have full-time job, sometime at your workplace, your manager, your supervisor arrange some training for you, and during the training time, what you are doing, you are just act like physically present in the training, but mentally absent. Right? You have to attend the training, but before you go for the training, you already made your mentality. I already know about this one. I need not to learn from the 3 hours of training during my working time. You follow? How many of you have this kind of feelings during your current workplace? Your manager arrange a training, your top management arrange the training, and you feel this training is not for you. How many of you have these feelings? Type 1 in the chat box. I'm not going to take any screenshot. I'm not going to send it to your manager that Sam said you arrange some unnecessary training for her during working time. Maribel, I'm not going to call your manager and say, manager, Maribel doesn't like the way you arrange the training. See, we are having this problem in our even current workplace. Why? Why? The reason is leaders from your workplace, they understand you need to improve the skills, but they did not figure out what are the skills you need to learn for now. Irma, understand? So number one, when you are developing the skills injecting plan, you as a leader, you have to really find out what are the skills they need to learn. I'll give a good example. So if I have 20 staff and I'll plan accordingly how I can inject the skills for 20 of them. I personally, I myself will communicate, will talk, will create bonding with 20 of them to find out what are the strengths they have. You follow? What are the weaknesses they have? Remember, I believe when you will become a leader, by working with other people for a long period of time, you need not to use any rocket science to find out what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses your people have. When you go and talk, you can easily pick up what are the strengths they have, what are the weaknesses they have. Understand, all of you guys? It's not that difficult. Go and talk, figure out what they can do, what they really cannot do. Observe them, keep an eye on them. Be supportive, be open-minded. Tell them, guys, I am your leader. My job is to not make you, my job is not about finding who is right and who is wrong. My job is to make everyone correct about this job. You see? So when you go and talk to them, list down their strength, list down their weaknesses. And you have to plan in advance how they can overcome their weaknesses. Today, before I start my class, before I start my leadership series, let me share an example. So few weeks back, we got a new teacher in our department. Okay, new teacher, brand new teacher. For your information, this teacher profile is quite high. You follow? This teacher is holding professor, the professor title, Sam. Professor means even I cannot put before my name Professor Faisal. To become a professor, I need to have either PhD degree, right? Or I have more than a certain years of experience to teach in a regular university. You follow? So the problem was this particular teacher, while teaching, we got one difficulties. Prof got a lot of knowledge about business, but don't have the ability to express in English to the class. Understand? And today, this prof messaged me before I start my class. Can you please help me? I said, yes, prof, how can I help you? Prof said, can you give me every day 5 minutes? I'll just call you, I'll just talk to you just to improve my ability, to improve my English communication skills. I said, Prof, I'm so sorry that I'm always busy. I have a lot of things to do, but I will try. You follow? And I said, I mean, I will really, really try. You follow? I could neglect, right? There is no point to talk anymore. I could neglect, but I really did not neglect that particular message from someone. Why? Because this prof would like to learn. You follow? So luckily, this prof really understood what are the things prof must need to improve. Patrick, you follow? You follow? So same thing, when you will be holding a leadership position, you might have some lack of skills people. You might have some weak people. You might have some low IQ people. You might have some low EQ people. Please don't brush them aside. You follow? Remember, as a leader, do not consider your people just a number. Maribel, you follow? Don't 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 address your staff just a number. They are not a number. They have the potential things. Some of them have really, really good skills, really, really some important skills that you can utilize for your team. So how it can be found as a leader? By becoming very proactive to communicate, to talk, to know their background, to know their strength. It can easily be completed from the leader's point of view. This is step number 1. Anu, can you please share step number 2 for all of them? Okay, the second one. Fantastic. Let's do it together. The first one, we have to identify. Next one, what is it? Slide number 11. We must need to analyze our market tendencies and also what are the skills we must have to bring in our team. That is called skills ontology. ONTOLOGY. Skills ontology, I think it's a very new term for most of you. It means that as a leader, you have to be a very, very creative thinker to think in advance that in future, what are the skills your staff must have to develop to survive in the business. You follow? That is called skills ontology. So someone having a better sales skills, it does not mean that you can be simply satisfied that this guy can sell my product in the market. This is not skills ontology. Skills ontology will tell us whatever the skills we have, how we can make it better. Whatever the better skills we have, how we can make it even more better. You follow? What are the better skills we have, how we can make it even excellent. What are the excellent skills that we have, how we can make it even more excellent for our people, for our team. All of you understand, guys? That is the second one. So first one, identify. Second one, market tendencies. If you are in like IT department, IT business, what are the new things coming up for IT people, right? I'll show you an example for all of you. So thank you all. I can see a lot of messages in the in the chat box. Some of you said one, someone, technical skills. Okay, fine, fantastic. IT people, they heard AI, right? AI. What is the full form of AI? Artificial intelligence. Then people hear about AR. AR means what? Augmented reality. See how the skills ontology is taking place in IT industry. Then people are moving to VR. VR means what? Virtual reality, right? Maybe in future it will become CR, DR, right? FR. A lot of things are coming. So leaders cannot stop, right? They will figure out the tendencies, what the things are going on in the market, in the industry, right? If you think about educational sectors, nowadays we are having a lot of online programs. Before COVID-19, it was not that pretty common, right? After COVID-19, it becomes a tendencies. People don't want to travel. People don't want to take too long time to complete their studies. So the leaders from the educational sector, they are also developing the skills for the teachers how to ensure more and more effective teaching online. Aneti, follow? That is called skills ontology, and carefully observing some sectoral developments, technological improvements, and changes of our consumer or customers' behavior. So when we talk about analyze, how we can analyze? To analyze, we must have to be good at statistics, right? We have to be very, very good at understanding market research. We need to work with data. We need to work with information about our own industry. Okay, next one, please. Now, that is an example of skills ontology. Look at this one. So, skills ontology means you are working with the people to have the proper skills for your business, for your organization, for your team. Now, let's move to upstairs. So that's the fundamental things. After the skills ontology, skill matching. Now, You need someone for your team. Ariane, you follow? You need a customer care staff. And when you hire a customer care staff, you notice that that staff got a lot of experience in marketing and sales department. Now, those who work in marketing and sales department, by right, you as a leader can feel he or she can do customer care job, right? Because sales and marketing always also, they need to work with the market, right? They need to work with the customers all the time. But if the skill is not matching, then it will collapse, right? And also recommendations means that when you will be working closely with other people, you can recommend, you can identify, you can make a decision what are the skills they need to add in their list, right? The next one, reporting. So based on your plan, based on your act, based on your implementation, you must have to develop a report how they are improving at the first place. And the last one, that is called workforce planning. Irma, understand? So do not just bring people and dream that everyone can learn from this job without having any proactive nature. Everything belongs to a strategy. So this is called skills ontology for developing our people to use their skills in a productive way in our department, in our team, in our organization. Host, next one, please. Okay, now we must have to find out the current competencies and the skills gap for our people. So in order to figure out this part, what we need to do, we need to ask one question to ourselves as leader. What level of competencies or the skills does our people currently having? We need to stop sharing the screen for a while. This is something very technical that every leaders must be good at to figure out. Now, let me ask you one simple question. I think my last question was a bit difficult, right? That's why some of you asking me in the chat box, sir, what was the question? What was the question, right? Okay, before we go for this question, everybody again switch on your camera. Host, please take a picture so that later on we can prepare the certificate. Give them some time. Everybody, please switch on your camera. We are going to take picture for our attendance. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so host, you can start taking picture. Can everybody smile? Some of you look like so sad. You became sad before you becoming a leader, is it? Okay, everybody give a smile, and host, please take the picture for all of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have done, right? Anu done? Okay, good. Don't be sad. Leader cannot be sad, okay? Leader cannot be sad. If you are a sad person, you will make other people sad by being a leader. Okay, leader always be strong at managing every problems, every difficulties. Now, let's talk about this one. How we can find out, how we can figure out in which part we are in terms of the skills that we must have to improve, that we uh, must have to develop. So current competencies. Competencies means what? Competencies means the ability of our people to do the job properly. Am I right? Example, I'm going to find out the competencies of our marketing people, right? Marketing department. So what I need to do, I need to go back and see the result of our marketing department. You follow? Remember, numbers will tell everything. Number speaks every details of the people performance. Sam, when you will be working with people, people like to explain. People like to people like to explain. They will say, ma'am, we are trying our best to bring the most outcome from our marketing department. Ma'am, we are doing overtime. Ma'am, even we burn our weekend just to bring more and more customer in our department. My first advice, don't listen to them. You follow? People like to explain. People like to tell you a lot of things. You go and see the numbers, see the track record, see the details. Look at data and information. Data and information will tell you everything about the competencies, about the knowledge, about the experience, about the motivation, about the dedication, about the productivity of your staff. Am I right? Number tells every details. That's why when you are going to figure out what is the level of competencies that your people have, look for numbers. Remember, when people cannot convince you, they will try to confuse you. That's what happening when leaders checking the result of their people. Maribel, you see, your minimal smiles tells me it's true. When people cannot convince you, they will try to confuse you. Okay? So leader has to be very strong to identify this so that you can really figure out marketing team, what are the things they need to improve, they need to develop. Example number 2, let me go for the new people whom I never call their name accordingly. Mr. Abraham Lincoln. No, not Lincoln, only Mr. Abraham. Mr. Abraham, give me a wave. Sir, can hear me? Mr. Abraham with another white shirt background. Okay. Abraham, for example, you are taking care of a customer care department. Okay, Abraham, and you have 50 staff under you taking care of the entire customer of your local market. So how you can find out what are the things I need to inject for my customer care department people? You have to see the feedback form, right? You have to see the review. You have to see the customer feedback about your customer care department. If you find out of 100 feedback, 10 negative feedback is okay. You can feel a bit relaxed because 10% people, they are called keyboard warrior. You know what is the meaning of keyboard warrior? Irma, they can type. I don't like this service. The people over there are very selfish. They like to type. It's okay. 10% you just uh, implement some reminder for the customer care department to change their approach. What if, Abraham, you notice that when you analyze 100 feedback from your recent customers, 60% of them very, very unhappy from your customer care people. So obviously something huge problem with their competencies and the skills to become an effective customer care staff. Am I right, guys? So numbers will tell you everything to figure out when you have to start injecting the right skills for the right staff. Okay, now number three, you are working in food and beverage industry as a waiter or as a waitress. So from your side, you did not have any problem with your customers. But when customer try the food, they are complaining food is very spicy. Food is very, very spicy. They cannot eat. So 3 Nori, is it your problem as a waitress? No, because you did not cook this food. Who cooked this food? For example, I cook this food because I'm the chef. Do you think so you can keep quiet? know. You have to inform it to your manager, to your leader. Because if you inform me, you know what I'll be doing? I'll hand over all the cooking equipments to you and I'll tell you, okay, now you cook. I don't want to cook anymore. Some people are like that, you know. If you tell them to do something better, they will act differently, right? So you have to let your leader to take care of this kind of things. And after informing the leader, obviously, leader must need to do something to improve the competency of the chef. Otherwise, you know what will be happening? Within 7 days, 10 days, 50% customer will never come again. You see? So this part, we can do it by following the result. That's why leader must know everything what is going on in the organization. You follow? Leader cannot be a sleeping partner. You know what is the meaning of sleeping partner? They just do nothing but trying to get every benefits from the work, right? You follow? Fantastic. Host, the next one, please. Guys, the way I'm explaining the topic for injecting the skills, is it okay for all of you? Can you give me the response? Yes, no, very good. Am I so slow? Am I so fast? Am I so rude? Okay, is it really okay? Okay, fine. Oh my God, a lot of fingers are flying all over the places, right? Thank you so much. Now, the next one, please. Anu, next one, please. Now, create employee specific training plan. Remember, without planning, don't arrange any training. Without understanding the needs, do not arrange any training. Without educating the people why they need training, don't arrange any training. You know, sometimes staff comes for training, you know, for what? For getting free lunch, not to improve their skills. You follow? Then, so because training actually it's expensive. Training is not free, right? Remember, you arrange a training during the working days, during the weekdays. So weekdays, by right, your staff must work. But you are so kind, you are so supportive, you burn working hour and allow them to learn some new skills from the training, right? And if it is not effective, see what we are losing? We are losing the time, right? We lost working time. Number two, we need to the pay the handsome amount of salary if you arrange the external trainer for training your people. Understand all of you guys? Let me ask you a common question. Let's check your understanding. You know, who is earning more money? Which professional people earning more money? Professor of a university or a corporate trainer? Can you please go to the chat box and write down your answer? Prof or trainer? Who is earning more money? Who is more expensive? Trainer or professor? Trainer or professor? Hmm. Are you sure? Or you are trying to put your trying to make me feel Mr. Faisal is a trainer, he's making more money. Anu, is it? Actually, yes, you are right. Trainers are making more money because when they go for corporate training, external training, they are really getting more and more financial benefits from all those well-known organizations from all over the world. You follow? Training is not cheap. It's expensive. Now, what we need to do from the leader's point of view, we must have to plan. Remember, before planning, identify what are the weaknesses, what are the strengths. Forget about the strength. Focus on weaknesses. Based on the list of the weaknesses, you go and find out what are the market tendencies. Remember, you have to find out what is coming next. What are the skills your people must have in order to survive in the future of your business. That is called like specific training planning. And also, leader always will have a proper plan for L&D. L&D means learning and development teams. So learning and development, it can be from different point of view. Let me break down L&D one by one. Learning and development, it can come from internal resources. Irma, you follow internal resources? Example, Irma, you are here in our team working for last 10 years and you have a lot of skills, lot of knowledge about this job. What leader can do? Leader can arrange a meeting like after lunch briefing, you follow? Or before lunch briefing. And you will be leading the new staff to share your own knowledge and skills for the new staff. That is called internal learning and development activities. You follow? Second one, you realize that your team, they must need to get some knowledge from an expert. Then you need to go for external learning and development activities, right? Sometimes it can be like internal, like hands-on training. Hands-on means like no need to go for any theory-based, but only the practical-based. That is called the specific training planning. We can do it, we can implement this one when we follow the strategy that we are sharing from 5 p.m. until now. Next one, please. Now look at this one. Learning and development. So it has to be in a systematic way. It has to be in a systematic way. For example, I'm your staff, I'm your new staff, and you realize that I have a lot of skills gap. I do not have any knowledge about sales. I have no knowledge about like sales force automation. You figure out that I also have communication skills development problem. Everybody can hear me, right? Am I audible, guys? Someone is telling me my voice is not that loud. Am I loud, guys? Okay, fine, fantastic. So you also realize that as a new staff, I do have lack of motivation also. So when I have a lot of problem as a leader, you will be confused from where you need to start. Am I right? Three Nori, you will be confused. Oh my God, he has lot of problem. Which medicine I'll give first? Understand? So that strategy will help you. Number one, you must have to bring people on board. Remember, people only will learn when they are in the real life scenario. If you don't believe my statement, let me remind you, some of you, what you did in your last school, in your last college, you did not study properly for the whole semester. Just before the final exam day, oh my God, you forgot to eat, you forgot to go for a shower, you forgot to sleep, you forgot your breakfast, keep reading, practicing, because you don't have enough time. After a few hours, you need to write down on your exam paper. You follow? That's the common psychology of the people. Unless they come to the reality, they will not learn the things from their heart. Okay, bring them on board. Then the second one, you must have to compliance training means. So let's talk about my example, Angelica. I have a lot of problem as a new staff. So what training you have to give me at the first place? I have lack of motivation. I have communication problem. I have lack of product knowledge, service knowledge. I have no knowledge about sales. You have to start with the first. Which one is the first? Motivation, right? Sam, you have to come and tell me, Faisal, you are new. You are very new. you might have some lot of difficulties. You might even some of you, I mean, even maybe you don't believe that you can sell product in the market, right? You give motivation training first. Then after motivation, which one you have to focus on? About my communication part, right? After communication, you have to inject the skills to develop my product knowledge, right? If I have lack of product knowledge, how I can sell, right? It will take time. Don't dream that a new staff will be learning everything over the night. You have to give enough time, right? You have to give enough training also for me. Then on the job training, learning and development, after giving me a lot of theory or a lot of practical training, let me do the things and allow me to make some mistake when I'll be doing my things, right? And then learning and development, what would be the next? Sharing of the institutional knowledge. Yes, then you allow someone for me who can come and give me a lot of knowledge, lot of skills about my job. That should be the best leadership skills injecting process for the staff. Upskilling, remember, never let people become an ordinary under you. Make them extraordinary. And how you can make your staff to become extraordinary from an ordinary? Skills, right? Skills. More skills. Wow. More and more extraordinary things you can make. And also, you have to combine two things under the learning and development part: soft skills and also the hard skills. Look at the first, look at the one. Which, which skills we need to develop first? Sam, soft skills, not the hard skills. When someone is having the soft skills, he or she can gradually move to the next stage of learning that is called hard skills. The last one, you have to plan succession planning. It means that how these skills, how this knowledge, how this particular part will help the people to become good at their job at the first place. So that is called L and D process for injecting skills and development plan. Any one of you got any question up to this part? Anyone? You can raise your digital hand and you can ask me. If got no question, allow me to go for slide number 16. Host, slide number 16, please. Okay, look at this one. And also for learning and development planning, you can use this strategy. Only 3 strategies. Number 1, come along with personal capability list. Second one, develop a list of professional capability. Third one, you list down how their personal and professional capability can contribute for your organizational capability. So 3 things: personal, professional, organizational. Host, clear the screen. I would like to talk with all of them face to face. Now, everybody pay attention. I'll ask you a very impactful question. Okay, very impactful question. Can everybody show your face on your camera? I want to see. Joshua, okay, good, excellent. Tamil, Mayat from our Myanmar, right? Nur Shakin, hello Nur Shakin. Okay, fine. Roxani, yeah, I remember your Angelo got new haircut, is it? Okay, fine, fantastic. Now, my question is, okay, you can switch off your camera if you have. Okay, I'll go to Joshua. Joshua, unmute your microphone. Say something from your side. Say hello to me. Hello to
Hello,
everyone.
sir. Hello.
Okay,
Am I audible?
you are audible. Okay. Now, Example, you are a principal of a school, of an international school. So you have a new branch. You are from the Philippines, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you have a new branch in another state of your country, another province of your country. So you need 20 expert, dedicated, motivated teachers to kick off the new branch of an international school in your country, right? So it's your responsibility to figure out the best teachers from your country, right? Now, my question is, before you are going to hire a teacher, what type of personality, what type of professionalism, and what would be your organizational needs? Can you please just tell us from your own point of view?
Maybe sir first is if he or she can work with a team, because we always see as teachers as as a faculty as a team, no? Because
Mhm.
and
You have to break
always
down three things. I will help you. You have to break down in three things: personality, what type of personality, what type of professionalism, and how their personality and professionalism can help in your organization. Talk about personality. What type of personality teacher you will bring in?
personality, he
Yeah.
can work with can work with others po. Can work
Okay.
with others. And in professionalism, sir, at least what do you call this? Uh in professional wise, at least
Willing to learn. You can use
willing to
this one.
learn and all.
Willing to learn.
Yes, sir, are willing to learn.
Mm.
And because she can work together with this faculty, it is more easier to learn for him or her.
Very good. Thank you, Joshua. Good point. Anyone would like to add? Anyone would like to answer the same question? Anyone? Sam would like to answer, or it's just, oh, it's an appreciation. Okay. Anyone? You are looking, okay. Let me bring another example. You are the owner of a small food and beverage outlet in your country, and you are looking for some waiter and waitress. So before you are bringing waiter and waitress for your outlet, what type of personality, what type of professionalism you will bring to put it in your organization? The question is open for all. Anyone can come and answer me. Okay, Angelica, thank you so much for your raising hand. Yeah, unmute your microphone. Go on, please.
Um, I want to hire like
You have to say hello to everyone first.
hi, hi everyone. I'm Angelica from Philippines. Hi sir, good evening.
Yeah.
Um, if if I own some small food and beverage, I want to hire like someone who can handle properly in the customer, and of course have the skills to make our business more better and better.
Okay. So you are going to
That's
find
all.
out someone who can do all the things to make your business better and better. Very good. Very good. As a small uh, outlet owner, your thinking process is okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Now let me break down. So if I'm looking for, there are two Angelica, right? Angelica, one Angelica with black shirt. I thought the black shirt one is here. Okay, it's okay. We might have more Angelica in future. Now look at this one. Let's talk about, okay, before I talk about, yes, before I talk about as a leader for L&D, learning and development, leader must be smart people. You follow? Smart people. What I mean by smart? Smart, the definition of smart or the scale of measuring smartness, it's not by dress up. You follow? It's not by the way he or she looks like, the way he or she represent himself or herself. Real definition of smartness is your knowledge. Irma, you follow? The real definition of smartness, how you communicate. Even the most powerful scale of measuring smartness, how you observe the things from your side. That is called real smartness. Now, if you ask me, how about Mr. Faisal? If you are looking for waiter, waitress, what would be their personality? What would be their professionalism? And how you will bring their personality and professionalism for your organization? Number one, I'll check their personality. I'll find out. I'll make sure they are friendly. To become a waiter and waitress, they must be friendly person. Number two, I'll check how they represent themselves. If they never smile, like our Anu, I'll say, thank you so much for coming. That's all for today. No more interview, right? Because smiling face, smiling face, actually, it is the key point to figure out about the personalities. Understand, guys? When people come and talk to you, you focus on the personalities, how they behave, how they talk, how they smile, how about their body language, right? Let's talk about number two. Personality identification. It's like that. It's like that. You know, I believe almost all of you know how to cook rice, right? How to cook rice, right? So when you cook rice, not by putting the rice in the rice cooker, because nowadays everybody is becoming smart, right? So everybody just put the rice and switch on, rice will be done automatically. I'm talking about the way our mom used to cook the rice, right? Our mom, what our mom did, they pick only one rice from the rice pot. Am I right, Sam? Remember? And she checked if it is okay. No need to check. No need to check any other rice from the pot. If one is okay, it's done, that every rice is okay and ready to eat. You follow? Same thing. When you go for personality test, you just have to pick up one particular point of their personality that will help you to figure out the rest of the things at the first place. Sam, I'm here in your outlet for interview and I got late for 10 minutes and I'm giving you the excuses. Ma'am, there was huge traffic from the MRT to your office. No need to evaluate my personality anymore. I'm late means I'm late. No matter it is traffic, it is raining, it is cyclone, it is COVID-19, it is COVID-26. It doesn't matter. The matter is I'm late. You follow? Professionalism. What kind of professionalism? When people will come and bring in our outlet, professionalism comes from taking more responsibilities. Am I right? If I'm a waiter and maybe I'm a girl, okay? I'm a girl. And you notice I keep my nails so big like this. I'm not professional at all to become a waitress. Trinuri, am I right? You notice that I never practice my personal hygiene part. I come to work, I put my hair like 50% here like that, 50% that. I never tie it properly. Lack of professionalism. I have no sense of behaving like a professional waitress. You see? And organizational things. How I will implement. So I'll use personality, professionalism, and I will brief my people that what I need for my team. Understand, Irma, and all of you, those who are here, that is called briefing. And don't forget to brief with your staff, with your team members every single day before they start work, every single day after they end work. Remember, reminding people is the best key for learning and developing process. You follow? People like to forget. People like, yes, I also forget. Some of you also forget the things. Am I right? Yesterday, I made a mistake. I totally forgot. And when I recall, I realize, oh, it was my mistake. Because nobody reminds me this one for more than 4 months already. See? So for learning and development policy, we have to be very careful about this reminding part. Morning briefing, evening briefing, briefing before start working, briefing just before ending the work always will remind people to learn and develop the things. Okay, Onu, please share the screen. We do have last hour, right? Last 30 minutes for our leadership series of the topic, injecting skills for our staff. Next one, please. Okay, so here we go. Steps of injecting skills. Now, we need to provide diverse learning styles. Please, when you will become a leader in 2026, please understand, one strategy cannot be fruitful for everyone. No problem, take your time. For example, Tamil, if I give you Tamil, you need to read from all the PDF that I have given to you from the last meeting. There is a high chance Tamil will come and tell me, Mr. Faisal, can I have the printed copy of the PDF? Because I really have some difficulties to read the small font, small size of font from my smartphone. I need to appreciate this one. Maya Tifalo, I give you the printed copy of all the new product list, but you are so lazy to bring the printed copy of the paper, but you like to read from your notebook. You like to read from your smartphone, from your laptop, from your desktop, from your tab, because you are very young, 19 years old. You don't want to, when you see the page, the sound of turn over the next page, it makes you feel sleepy. Like you follow? Some people, when they turn over the page, they feel it's very heavy. They don't want to turn to the next page. Right? So that's why we need to understand the diverse learning style, like a mixed of the delivery method. It can be in person, it can be video, it can be podcasting, it can be soft copy, it can be hard copy, it can be printed copy, it can be a book, it can be an ebook, it can be a meeting, it can be one-to-one, it can be 1-to-3, it can be internal meeting, it can be external meeting, it can be team bonding or team building activities. I have told you a lot of things in 30 seconds. Everybody, are you okay with me? It's very simple one. Now, also the next one, collaborative aspects. We need to let our team members learn from one another. You know, there is a culture that we need to destroy from our workplace. There is a negative culture, Rafida, you know. If you are good at something, you don't want to share your skills with other people. You feel, if I share my skills, my colleague will be better than me. No. Remember, when someone shared the skills, he or she cannot be neglected in the entire life. You shared the skills. Why? Because you know the skills, right? Nova, you shared the skills. Why? Because this is your area of specialization. No one can take away your area of specialization. And who will educate that culture in our workplace ecosystem? A leader. Angelo, am I right? A leader. Now, role play. And also, when you have especially the new staff, if you keep telling them, if you keep educating them, if you keep providing training, but they never practice the things practically, then what will be happening? They cannot learn, you know. Some people can learn by doing the things. Agree? Some people can learn by memorizing the things. Mr. Arker, some people can learn by making mistake. Some people can learn by using like digital form of learning. Okay, so understand that different diverse learning style. And the regular catch ups, you know what is the meaning of regular catch up? You have to follow up regularly. Follow up means you have to go for small checks or it's never feels like a burden. Example, Irma, last week I shared a skills how you can convince the customers who are very unhappy because of our staff problem. Okay, Irma, I already told you. And 1 week or after 1 week or after 2 weeks, what I can do, I can come and check with you. Irma, remember what I told you when we have unhappy customers, not because of our product, not because of our services, because of our internal staff problem? Tell me how you will handle this situation. That is called quick check, quick question. Feel free to do this kind of things. Remember, when you as a leader, you always ask impactful question, all the staff will be alert all the time to learn from you accordingly. Okay, fantastic. And next one, please. Anu, go for the next one. Slide number 18. Encourage self-learning and self-reflection. So it can be digital content libraries, it can be mentorship program, it can be one-on-one coaching, it can be certifications and the professional development, it can be presentations and knowledge sharing from top talent to the new staff. So I'll break down all the things by stop sharing my screen. I'll only focus on two things: mentorship and one-to-one meeting. Now let's talk about mentorship. Am I audible, guys? So Zamandra, you have to you have to leave the meeting and join again. Okay. Now, okay. So look at this one. Look at this one. See, this is my weakness. Okay. When I distracted because of the things I completely lost in the moon. Okay. What was I talking about? Okay, two things, right? Mentorship and one-to-one meeting. Okay, fantastic. So what is mentorship? Remember, when you will become a leader, be a mentor. You know what is the meaning of mentorship? You have to create or you have to develop your personality. Joshua, you follow? You have to make yourself as a person whom everyone can feel free to ask question. You follow? Remember, I'll tell you something from my side. I have a mentor in our organization. When I'm having some difficulties, I always feel free to ask question to my leader. Noorani, you follow? Once I asked my leader, said, leader, is it is it the suitable time for me to get married? He was insulting me, I think more than 15 minutes. Sam, you follow? More than 15 minutes. After having this hammering session, my leader told me why it is not suitable time for me to get married. Understand? That is called mentorship. Mentorship means your staff will feel that you are the right person to ask for advice. It can be any kinds of advice: personal life, professional life, job related, education related, self growth related, strength related, weaknesses related. You have to be that person whom everyone can feel free to ask question. You see? Don't be like that kind of leader. Once upon a time, I asked you a question and you make fun of me, and still you are making fun about this question. Then people will never follow you. Am I right? Am I right, Sam? Am I right, Angelica? Am I right, both? Be a bigger person. Create a personality whom everybody will feel free to come to you to ask for your guidelines, ask for your suggestion. And one advice, sometimes some people can ask you very, allow me to be a very open, stupid question. You follow? Allow them to ask is okay one. They do not know, that's why they ask you that kind of question, right? Your duty is to give the right advice for them. That is called mentorship. Leader, a strong leader's duty, not to become only a leader, but to become a good mentor. You have to be a flexible hand to put on the shoulder of your people who are asking you the question, and you tell them, I really appreciate that you believe I can help you on that part. You follow? You have to have the hand to put over the head, on the head, and say, it's okay. I'll guide you step by step. Understand? That is called mentorship. Okay. One-to-one meeting. One-to-one means that, example, I need to pick up someone's name. Can everybody give me a wave? Some of you look like so tired. Can everybody do some exercise? Do this exercise. If you are from laptop, do this exercise. Your brain function is working or not. It becomes stuck or not. Okay. Now, example, Lakmaya, Miss Lakmaya, I'm your not I'm your leader. You are my leader, okay? Why I always have to be leader. For example, Lakmaya, you are my leader. And you realize I have some serious problem at my work. I made some mistake that is beyond imagination. So you have two options. You can tell my mistake, you can share my stupidity among all the team members by using a loudspeaker. Okay, Sam? Hello, guys. Now I'm going to share what Faisal did yesterday. So everybody listen to me. Or what you can do, you can call me up, right? You can call me up to sit with you one-to-one and tell me, educate me, what are the mistakes I made and how I can overcome this one, so that next time you need not to have that type of conversation with me. Follow? Let me share one best strategy, Remember, as a leader, you have to be very intelligent. Okay? Jirant, example, you are my leader, huh? And I used my low emotional intelligence with one of my colleagues. Okay? I became very disrespectful. I became very sensitive, and I did something that was very unprofessional. Okay, Jirant? So what you can do? You can call me for one-to-one meeting. Right? You educate me. Faisal, you are a man. You are 40 years old, man. You have family, man. You have children, man. You have wife, man. What's wrong with you? Why you just, instead of doing your job, you bring your emotion at work? Why not you lead from the front, because you are more than adult, and work together? Jirant, you know what would be my answer? I'll say, sorry, it's my mistake. Why? Because you already told me one-to-one meeting what I made mistake. And Chirant, what you can do for future safety, you tell me like this way, Faisal, I don't want to have this type of low EQ conversation with you. Understand all of you? Again, huh? After solving the problem, you tell me like this, I don't want to have this type of low EQ conversation with you anymore. I'll be alert, right? I'll be alert next time, because you are talking to me by using your 100% brain. Joshua, you follow? Don't call me every day for one-to-one meeting. You are not that free. You are always busy, right? After solving one time, you put this message in my ear. I don't want to have this type of low EQ conversation with you anymore. Okay. I hope it will help you when you will become a leader to avoid unnecessary things for the skills, for the lack of skills of your staff. Host, please bring to the last part of the session for tonight. Yeah, we do have few more things. I don't want to have this type of low EQ conversation with you. Wow. Right? Fantastic. Okay. Next one, please. We have done this one. Feedback and adapt. This is very important. You can really inject the skills for your staff when you are good at giving constructive feedback. There are two kinds of feedback, okay? Normal feedback, constructive feedback. We have to go for constructive feedback. What does it mean? Example, constructive feedback, you have to be assertive when your staff is having some difficulties, having some problem, having some this and that. Instead of telling them it's your fault, it's your problem, it's your mistake, you be a bit assertive. Assertive means you have to tell them briefly what is the actual problem behind this main problem. Son, you follow? Kai San example. I'm your staff and I'm having some problem. I'm having like lack of skills like punctuality and discipline. Okay. So you must have to inject some skills to improve my punctuality and discipline, right? Give feedback. Faisal, yeah, I noticed that for last week, you got late for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, I understand you always come to office from so far from here, but it's not my fault. You have to speak like this way, right? You live very far from the office. My friend, it's not my fault because you are the one, you choose that location to stay. But see, in our office, this is our culture. Discipline and punctuality always come first. See, that is called constructive feedback. So tell me, you have to educate me, what are the things I simply can do to avoid lateness for the next time, right? You can come and educate me because your duty is to injecting the skills. Faisal, I don't believe if you every day come and tell because of the traffic. It's not traffic problem. It's your own poor time management problem. I'm 100% sure at night, you do not sleep on time. I'm 100% sure you play with your smartphone and you get late to sleep. And early in the morning, when you get up, you feel not to come to work. You got late to be ready for work. You got late to come to the bus station. You got late to come to the MRT station. And you are late. Joshua, you follow? That is called constructive feedback that will help your staff to realize, to develop some of the skills that can avoid unnecessary problem in future. Okay? And also you can go for the skills management. Skills management by giving the constructive feedback. Also, you can help staff to improve their hard skills development also at the first place. Next one, please. Now, common challenges for or injecting the skills. Some people you will find they have no motivation to learn. They have the mindset, I already know, I already good at, I already have much knowledge. They have lack of mentality, lack of mental strength to be humble to learn from others. You follow? Second one, sometimes even as as a leader, you will find that arranging training for you, it's a bit challenging. Another challenge, some stuff might take too long time to learn from you. Trinori, you follow? Mina, you follow? Jackie Joy, you follow? Marilyn, you follow? Nur Aini, you follow? Joshua, you follow? Some people can learn easily. Some people cannot learn easily. They need some time. They need some special attention from you. So when you feel like, why I need to give more time, more attention, it will become a challenge for the leader. Next one, please. Financial barriers, arranging external training takes or needs more money. Another challenge you might face, technological changes. For example, you already arrange a training to develop like e-banking of your country. After 6 months, you notice that the banking sector, e-banking already developed to the next level. So already you spend too much time, too much money to train people about the most modern technology in the banking sector of your country. After 6 months, there is another new technology. Again, you need to arrange the training for them accordingly. Right? Sometimes you will find lack of practical experience. You know, every training that you will arrange, it must has some outcome, right? If there is no outcome, if there is no practical implication or implementation, then our energy, our money, our time, everything wasted, right? Also, it can be a challenge for lack of guidance. Even after training, if there is lack of guidance, we will be in trouble, right? So these are the pretty common challenges leaders always follow when they are trying to inject skills for the staff. Next one, please. Fear of failure, even sometimes it's really difficult for the leader to make people realize they can learn and they can be better because people are afraid of failure, right? Remember, when you ask people to learn from the work, people likes to give excuses. If you don't believe me, let you realize this one. So those who are having full-time job, if tomorrow, not tomorrow, if next week, Wednesday, your manager announced that next weekend, everybody must come for work, but there will be no work, there will be the training. All of you understand? So next week, for example, next weekend, your top management decided there will be additional training for you. 90% of you will be telling your manager, I have this arrangement, I have that arrangement, I have commitments with my husband, with my wife, with my children, with this, with that, right? Simply, we cannot sacrifice all the personal things to spend the time for learning from the training. You follow? That's the reality. Yeah, you can give me the logic. You can come and tell me, Mr. Faisal, it's all about last minute arrangement. I understand. I get it. But I'm talking about the psychology of the people. You follow? Fantastic. So these are the common challenges that we can face. Last topic. Go for the next one, please. Overcoming the challenges. Now the question is, when we have all the challenges for injecting the skills, how we can overcome? We can follow number one, clear goals. Before you put me under the training, hands-on training, you must set some KPI on me. You follow? You have to be very straight to the point. These are the skills gap you have. And from the 1 week of training, I want that you have overcome all the problems and you bring result for your department. You follow? Without KPI, without the space for self-growth and asking question, it will not work. Improve and develop develop a culture of learning. This is very important. Even you as a leader, when you feel you have to learn something, feel free to learn. If you feel you have this problem, you can ask your team members. So when people see you also keep learning from the staff, they also will keep learning. When you make mistake, feel free to say mistake to your team members. I'm so sorry, it's my mistake. Okay? You can overcome the challenges. Oh, someone is looking for the link. Anu, please share the link. I'm sorry, I think I missed one of the questions. Now, the next one, manage your time effectively. Remember, 24 hours a day, it's a really, really long time. Am I right? Hey, we are here for the beast talk only for how many hours? 2 hours, right? Some of you feel like, oh my God, why the 2 hours is too long? I feel so boring now, right? Okay, even just jokes aside, actually 24 hours, it's a very, very huge time. When we can manage our time every day, we can allocate some time, even during our working time, even during our break time, to learn something that can be more and more meaningful for our life, for our professional life. The key point, manage our time effectively and strategically. Next one, please. The final part, it's financial support. If you feel that you need training for your department but needs money, don't keep quiet. Talk to the top management and see if you can manage any opportunities to get financial support. I like this one, lifelong learning. All the successful leaders that you can see in all over the world, they have this term very, very seriously that is called lifelong learning. Okay, even the old age, you can learn. If even young age can learn, retired time can learn, right? Overcoming the challenge, practical experience. Remember, we need two things, theory plus practical, right? Theory plus practical. So when you will arrange or inject any skills, don't focus only on theory. People really do not like theory. Maribel, you follow? People like practical things. So when you give both theory and practical things, you can overcome the things at the first place. Okay, so that's all for today. The next one, everybody, please take note on this part. Yeah, I have done this one last time about the mentoring ships. Now, my email ID, I already have changed. Previously, it was in different name. Now the name is Apex, apex.foysal1@gmail.com. If you need any notes, anything, any guidance, you can drop me an email in that particular email ID. Okay, so host, please stop sharing the screen. And I hope last 1 hour and 58 minutes will help you to understand how you as a leader can inject skills for your staff in future. Remember, it's not an easy job. Remember, teacher's job, training job is difficult job. I cannot say difficult, challenging job, okay? Excuse my last word, challenging job. Yeah, it's challenging, but still we can do it. If you have any question, you can put your question in the chat box. If you have anything, you can raise your digital hand. Kathy got digital hand. Anything you want to ask me? So before you leave, you can put some words in the chat box before you leave. And yes, hi, please, your question, please, Kathy.
Hi, sir. Sorry. Um, Can I ask for the email again, sir? Because I didn't take a photos in it.
My email ID?
Your email, sir.
Okay.
Put on screen again, please.
Yes, please. I type in the chat box. You copy from them, okay?
No, because my
apex.foysa. Well, can
internet is
see?
kinda not good working.
Okay, Anu, please share the screen one more time for them. Thank you so much. We are sharing this screen. You can take the things also, okay?
Sir.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Okay, Abraham. Yes, Abraham, you have any question for me? Anu, make it a bit bigger. Can zoom it in? The last one. Yeah, make it a bit big. Yeah, now you can make it bigger, right? Okay, this is my email address. Okay, good, fantastic. Anyone got any other question? I know your final exam week is coming up, right? So do not be afraid about final exam. Okay, do not be afraid about final exam. Go and learn before your final exam, okay? Injecting skills, not for your stuff, for you first, okay? For you first. Remember, when you have the skills, then you can inject the skills for other people also. Oh, it's been a very, very engaging and productive session for today. I really appreciate that you spent the whole weekend with me, especially the evening time. I wish you a very, very happy weekend tomorrow also, right? And have good rest. All the best, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you again when I'll have leadership next month and also the academic class that we are having together. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.